Previously on Predict the Six. One result correct for Jen last episode, that being Falkirk's Scottish Cup win against Linlithgow Rose. So for the third episode in a row, Jen gets 1 predictions out of 3 correct. For myself, after the previous 2 episodes saw me get 6 out of 6 predictions correct, last time out I got just 1. Just as Dumbarton for that, Aberdeen really let me down by not beating St Johnstone. So the scoreboard stays the same as it was last episode. I'm still 8 points clear, and Jen is really playing catch up. Jen on 13 points, and myself on 21 points. Right, Jen, here we are, back again. We took a week off again last week, mainly because I felt quite ill last week. So, bear me any comments as to why we didn't post a video last week, because there was a good reason why. However, we're back again this week, hopefully with a better weekend of predictions. I felt quite confident about the ones that I'd chosen before we decided not to film last week. Did you? Can you even remember?
I can't even remember.
I think you probably did. I think we both felt that it was going to be a good week, but then we just decided not to film. So this week, hopefully, it can be just as good. So we've been doing shout-outs recently, and last episode, the word was Valere, and that was because I was asked to promote a wee clothing company. Well, we're going to go back to a football word, I think. What football word is it this week?
Sub.
So, that'll be this week's word, but let's go to last episode and pick a random person to shout out from last episode. I really struggled to say that one there.
3, 2, 1.
Scroll. Breathe, DUFC. Now, is this the guy on Instagram that started the Kevin Nisbet to Dundee United rumour? If it is, then shame on you. However, he commented, Valere said Inverness 2, Dundee 2. Wrong. Linlithgow Rose 1, Falkirk 3. Very close. It was 4-1 Falkirk, so he came very close there. And St Mirren 2, Ross County 1. What was the score in that game? Give me a second. Mirren v Ross County.
2-1 St Mirren.
You got it correct. Brilliant. Anyway, moving on to this week's shout out. Well done, Breathe DUFC, by the way. Just to say that, as you said, the word is
Sub.
So comment sub, like the video as well, of course, and comment your predictions for the weekend's games, whether that's ones you want to predict or the ones that we end up predicting ourselves.
And don't forget to subscribe.
Haha, subscribe. Well done. But anyway, this weekend's games, indeed, for ourselves are
Dunfermline versus Morton, Stirling versus Brecon, and Rangers versus Celtic.
Queen of the South versus Partick Thistle, Motherwell versus Hearts, and Albion Rovers versus Queen's Park. Hopefully you've got a bit of knowledge up there about the teams that you're going to talk about, and hopefully you're not going to rely on me for about the 20th week in a row.
We'll see.
Let's be nice, let's let you go first.
Oh, thank you. My first one is Dunfermline versus Morton. Now, I've only got 1 point on this, so you might have to tag along. But as we all know...
Team that I built my full life around, and you only have 1 point to say.
One important point, right? So as we all know, last week versus Stranraer, I think it was, we won 5-1.
Partick Thistle.
Partick Thistle. We won 5-1. I'm just going to do Dunfermline 1 because we both feel confident. Ben actually wanted this prediction, but I stole it. So yeah, Dunfermline to win.
What happened midweek as well? Dunfermline won a game. You were literally sitting there.
Oh aye, Dunfermline won against Ayr, and it was 1-0.
Yes.
Kevin Nisbet to score.
She can't even be relied to remember things when you were literally sitting with me.
Got things going on.
Aye, I did want that game personally. I pick the games first usually, and then I let Jenny go and pick her games. So I picked my games and then I let her go and pick them. And she actually chose 2 out of 3 games that I'd already picked. And me being the nice guy that I am, I let her have the game she wanted. So you can thank me if these results go through, because I'm the one that's let you actually have them. I'm very confident of the same predictions that you've made. So if you have a good week, it's down to me.
No, it's just luck.
You mean coincidence?
No, it's just luck.
She means coincidence. My first one, Queen of the South versus Partick Thistle. Now, I'm going to base this largely off of what happened last weekend, nothing in midweek, but last weekend where Queen of the South managed to grab a very late winner against Dundee after Dundee scored in the 90th minute. Queen of the South then went up, and your man Stephen Dobie, who celebrated his birthday yesterday, scored a 93rd minute winner for Queen of the South. Meanwhile, as Jenny said earlier, last weekend we did indeed beat Partick Thistle in Not Stranraer. We did indeed thump them 5-1. So I do not expect Partick Thistle to be at the races for this game. I don't expect it to be any different for Partick up until January at least, when they can start to refresh their squad. They're beginning to bring out a 2020 calendar, and I put a tweet up earlier today saying that basically all of the players that are going to be included in this 2020 calendar are going to be completely irrelevant by the time 2020 ends. Partick are just not in a great state of affairs just now. Last week getting thumped 5-1, and this week coming up against a Queen of the South side who, on paper, at the moment, are better than Partick Thistle. So I'm going to go for a Queen of the South home win. Stephen Dobie to probably have a say in the matter.
Joe Cardle to get more time than he did at the weekend.
Joe Cardle got about 3 minutes against Dunfermline, so I hope for his sake that he gets more than that amount on the pitch this weekend. Your man Joey. Your man Joe.
So my next one is Stirling versus Brecon. Now, if you're not a continuous watcher of Ben's video, you won't hear him say this. Brecon are nearly finished, aren't they?
Pretty much. I think they're gone.
So many memories.
I can always sense the sarcasm when you say stuff like that.
No, I like Brecon.
I know you like Brecon, but so many memories. Just seems like such a piss take.
It's not. I like Brecon. But I said Stirling would win just on the case that Brecon haven't been doing too well.
This was yet another one that I actually picked myself. This was the second of the 3 predictions that Jenny had to pick this weekend that I wanted. I wanted Dunfermline v Morton and Stirling v Brecon. You've got both of them. You've predicted the same results that I would have, and I don't really blame you for it. Well done, dear.
Thanks.
Motherwell versus Hearts, another struggling team playing away from home, and I'm going to back the home side. In the previous prediction that I just spoke about, I had Partick Thistle travelling to Queen of the South, and I've backed Queen of the South. Now I'm backing Motherwell to beat Hearts at home. Obviously, Motherwell travelled to Edinburgh just recently to play Hibs, and Jenny actually backed them to win in that game. And I rightfully pointed out that Motherwell don't have the best of records when playing in Edinburgh. However, they're playing an Edinburgh team here, but they're playing at Motherwell. So I don't back Hearts at all at this point. They're going to appoint Daniel Stendel probably sometime next week, but they won't have him in charge at the moment coming into this game. So Motherwell for me, far better side, going to win the game, easy as you like.
My last one is Rangers versus Celtic. Now this was a pretty easy one for me to choose because I need the points. And that's that.
You know it's a cup final, right? Like it's not a league game.
It's a cup final because at the top it said final.
You actually read your notes.
I do. We all know the controversy of me being a Celtic fan or a Rangers fan,
or liking either team. You're 100% a Dunfermline fan.
100%.
Why Celtic?
I just feel like they're the better team right now.
I mean, you're not entirely wrong. They are top of the league as it stands, and you've got no reason to not believe that Celtic will go on to win this one because they've won a treble in the last 3 seasons in terms of cups. So that means they've obviously been unbeaten in every cup competition in Scottish football. So you've got no reason to not believe in Celtic in this game. But I don't know. I think it'll be quite a close game. Rangers obviously dropped points against Aberdeen midweek, and Celtic got a last gasp winner against Hamilton at home. I do think Celtic are slightly the stronger team going into this one, but I think it'll be another close one. If Rangers can somehow beat Celtic here, it'll be strange. It'll be very strange, and I'm sure Jenny will be very gobsmacked because I think she really believes that Celtic are the big dogs in Scottish football and always will be.
I've said it before. They'll never come down. They'll always be first.
Right. And finally for me this week, Albion Rovers versus Queen's Park. Now this is the first one where I'm backing the away side to come and win this one. Queen's Park have been on a decent wee run since, I don't know, the last 3 or so weeks. They defeated Edinburgh City just last week. That was a very good result for them, beating second place in the league. And they obviously recently just turned into a professional side. They were an amateur side, and now they've made the step up to professional. And the last time they were featured on this wee show,
I had them to lose, I'm pretty sure.
You backed Queen of the South to beat Queen's Park in the Battle of the Queens.
Yes, but Queen's Park won.
Yes. So, there you go. They've had a very decent wee while of it, and I think it's going to continue for them here. I think they're going to go to Albion Rovers on a very dodgy pitch, it must be said, but I do think that Queen's Park will have too much for Albion Rovers here, and the Spiders will come out with the win. Comment down below, do you like spiders? This is the type of content you tune in for every week, just a reminder. Right, lads, Predict the Six, Handicap Wheel, back again. Jenny's behind it because I'll go first with the wheel this week, cool. I think, right? So, I'm going to handicap, because I'm so confident that we're going to beat Morton at home, I'm going to go for your Dunfermline v Morton game and handicap that and hope that I get a really good handicap.
Fingers crossed.
For me, not for you.
Yes.
3, 2, 1, bang. Set piece goals don't count. I'm not entirely happy with that one, really. Dunfermline never score for set piece goals anyway, so it's not really a good handicap. Yeah, I think you're in luck there. I think you're in luck.
Okay, so only game that I know anything about, I'm going to handicap. I'm going to handicap the Queen of the South versus Partick Thistle. For obvious reasons, Partick Thistle lost last weekend, so yeah, and I'm... Come on.
Hope for the best, eh?
Hope for the best.
Don't look.
3, 2, 1. Your winner receives -1 goals.
Oh well. So Partick Thistle are 1-0 up in this game. As it stands, that's a good one for you.
Queen of the South could win, like 2-1, but then
that would make
it'd
it
be a draw.
And I'd be wrong anyway.
Exactly.
You stole my predictions, and now you've got a good handicap and I've got a badging.
It's Christmas.
It's the time of giving. But aye, that's it for this video, guys. Cheers for watching. Like the video. Comment down below. Sub. And your predictions for this weekend's games. Subscribe for more of this type of content. I'll see you tomorrow with the vlog for Dunfermline v Morton. I'll see you next week. Bye. See ya.